Kia ora koutou katoa, no mai, hara mai I tēnei rā mo te kimu o Poi Uka. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, into Pure Athletic Sports Stadium, where we've got ourselves a good one going on here. Roosters taking on Miramar in game number 10 on the schedule, and just underway in the top of the first innings. Roosters will be batting first as the away team. Miramar will be the home side in this game, taking the field first, which should be a really good game. Joining me in commentary for this one is White Sox legend Naomi Shaw. Kia ora, Naomi, and welcome.
Oh, kia ora koutou katoa. Isn't it a beautiful day down here at the Rosedale Park chopper? And already, only in the first innings, we've got a really exciting game going on here in front of us.
Sure do indeed. We've had 3 matches already here on Freeman Field on day one here of the competition of the 2025 Women's Open Club National Championship. This one pops up. Underneath it is the second baseman from Miramar. That'll do us through the top of the first innings. We'll be coming back with more action in the lineups for you in the bottom of the second in just a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the bottom of the first innings. And let's firstly have a look at the defensive lineup for you for the Roosters side. Left to right in the outfield for the Roosters, it'll be Elizabeth Caldwell at left, centre field today, Erin Blackmore. Starting right for will be Elise Pettit. Had an outstanding game earlier today, did Pettit. Hot corner third base will be Oleana Peel-Hesp. Starting shortstop for the Roosters, ladies, Abigail Church. Out the middle pairing is Lily Nielsen. Over at first base is Brianna Russell. Behind the dish, doing the catching will be Jamie Hoani for the starting pitcher, which is Tori Tala Mahina. Offensively for the Miramar ladies, it'll be Hannah Jacobs will be leading off for them. Jacqueline Clay will be hitting 2 today, the third base, and Mairangi Waipara, the catch, will be hitting the 3 spot. Talia Salas-Gorgio will be the designated player hitting in the cleanup spot today. Rapi Hanasila, that's Harmony, will be hitting 5. Noa in the 6th spot. Tolo Va'a will be hitting in the 7th spot. Jacobson, Brittany, will be hitting in the 8th spot. And Misha Puletu will be the first basewoman, batting 9 here for Miramar. Bottom of the first innings action, and just underway here. I just want to thank you for tuning in to today's live broadcast of day 1 of competition, game number 10. It's fantastic to have your viewership, something that we really appreciate. We hope you enjoy tonight's game between Roosters and Miramar. Plenty of action to go here. No score in it so far. As I mentioned, I'm Jason Gerbes, aka Chopper. Joining us in the booth through the whole of this game will be Naomi Shaw. Naomi, Miramar Roosters, what do you expect to see today?
Well, I've been watching a lot of the intercity competition and the Wellington Athletic competition, and Miramar have featured there. In fact, just last week they lost the intercity final to Tiara, but I was really impressed with their composure under pressure, their ability to come from behind, their hitting, their solid defence. I don't know a lot about Roosters. I'm seeing them here for the first time this season in front of me. But yeah, they had a great start at the top of the first innings and weren't able to capitalise on getting a couple of runners on base, but I think we're going to have a tight ball game here all round.
Well, there you go. Excitingly set up here under overcast, cloudy conditions. Hasn't been a spot of rain all day. Don't expect any today, Naomi. So The temperature is around about 22 degrees Celsius. Picture perfect for a great game of softball here this evening. This one fouls off. Early on in the match, Tori Talamahina, the starting pitcher for Roosters, Naomi, what will she be looking to try and achieve?
Well, I've really seen her throw a really nice change-up. I think she wanted to be throwing the hitters off balance because they've got a pretty solid hitting side right through Miramar from 1 to 9. But if she can just get that movement, throw them off balance a little bit, hit to the field, she'll be pretty happy with that.
Good umpiring crew. Michael Lee looks like behind the dish. We'll get the rest of the umpires for you shortly. Got a spoilt for choice this week. 4 umpires per game.
Just off the outside. A little bit of change of pace there. That's what I was talking about. That's what she'll be looking for. Getting them to reach for those slower pitches.
See that one pulled down the line, foul.
I'm getting a little bit behind here on the count here, Chopper, trying to do a couple of things all at once.
Yeah, just get those lineups. Of course,
There we go.
game number 2 on the day's schedule, but game number 1 for us went over time. It was Roosters taking on PCU there by about 40 minutes. Next game we've just had has gone over time a little bit, so we're running about an hour and 10 behind schedule time-wise, which is okay because we've got fantastic TV lights here. We can go to any time we like this evening. But it does mean in between games, Naomi, it's really short, maybe 5 or 6 minutes between games. They'll end one, start another. The ground crew out there in a flash.
Yes.
Umpires are there quickly, so it does take us a little bit of time to get everything set up.
Full house. Full count on Hannah Rodriguez-Jacobs. She's been in there for quite a while. She's seen a lot of pitches, fouled off quite a few yet. So this is quite a battle between these two.
The Miramar coaching staff is simply outstanding. Those two gentlemen, they've been there for a while, haven't they, Naomi?
Oh, yeah.
This one's popped
just
up.
in the middle.
Texas Liga.
Yeah. Just managed to hit the grass just in front of centre outfielder Erin Blackmore. It's a great start for Miramar.
The lead-off banner is on. And Jacqueline Clay now will get an opportunity to come up and show her skills, the third basewoman.
Great start for Miramar, none down, runner on 1. We would expect to see a sacrifice bunt here. Roosters are certainly setting up for that sort of defence. They'll have to be quick if they want to get a lead runner, though.
Tori Talamahina, starting pitcher for Roosters here. And this one pops up.
Yep, a little bit of an attempted slap there instead of the sacrifice bunt. That was gratefully taken by Oriana Pearl-Hesp, 1 down.
Just what the doctor ordered. So 1 away here now.
Going to bring to the plate number 8, Mairangi Waipara.
Mairangi Waipara now. At a very young age, she's become quite experienced, hasn't she?
Oh, look, she's had a great season so far this year. She's non-travelling reserve for the New Zealand under-23 squad that's just been picked. And she's had a solid season. Excellent hitter. Rodriguez-Jacobs steals that base, puts her in a scoring position. There's only 1 down. And a danger time for Roosters with a very dangerous Mairangi Waipara, the batter in the box.
You can see the slide in the second base. This coaching staff from Miramar not afraid to put their players in motion. Ball is bunted, but it's a double hit while in the batter's box.
Really good to see the umpire call that pretty early in the piece.
I mentioned we're very privileged with 4-man crews throughout the tournament here, and that's because a couple of days leading into the tournament. 1-1 the count now on Waipara. They've had a WBSC International Umpires Accreditation course. So there's about 10 or so umpires from out of Australia visiting. And we're able to mix them in with the Kiwis. And also a gentleman from Botswana, Noemi, is here this week.
Oh, isn't that fantastic? Look, I only just happened to arrive early this morning, or around about the 11 o'clock round, and I couldn't believe the number of Australian umpires we had here. So now you've explained why, and I think it's fantastic that there's that cross-collaboration between countries to upskill all our umpires.
So Talamahina now.
Oh,
hard hit ball from Waipara, and it'll test the outfielder's range to make the catch. The runner will advance on the play as well.
Yeah, there was a beautiful out taken out there in right field by Lisi Petit. That's a position that she's a little bit unfamiliar with. She plays out of the Johnson Club down in Wellington, but very nicely taken and backwards, a very solid hit, and Rodriguez Jacobs advances from 2 to 3 in a scoring position with 2 down.
Miramar looking to get off on the right foot here. Both teams with red in their colours. We've put Miramar in navy blue because that's the writing on their chest. The ball gets away!
Nice. Yeah.
And in the blink of an eye, Miramar have crossed for their first run of the ball game.
Yeah, just a little bit of a spill of the ball there from the catcher. It didn't go that far away from her, but full credit to Hannah Rodriguez Jacobs for breaking for the plate and scoring Miramar's first run. 2 down. The batter in the box is Talia Salas Giorgio.
Salas Giorgio. Boy, I tell you what, if you've ever met this young lady, she is a campaigner.
She certainly is. Argentinian born,
Yeah.
has played in New Zealand for a few seasons now. I'm not sure if she has citizenship or I know she's been around for a long while, but like you say, a very hardened campaigner, hits really well, pitches, has been a real asset to the Miramar Softball Club for a number of seasons now.
One of those players that gets themselves up for the big moment and also won't take a backward step. Fantastic to watch. This pitch just outside.
Strikeout. 3 down there as the Roosters retire Miramar's Talia Salas Giorgio.
So Talamahina gets the job done, shuts the door in the bottom of the first innings. No score in the match. We'll go to the top of the second innings when we come back.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Watch this.
Don't mess with other snacks. Choose Jack Links jerky made with 100% beef.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium here. We are on the top of the second innings between Roosters and Miramar. Roosters batting here with their white shirts. Miramar with the red shirts in this one. Roosters team look to get themselves underway here. It'll be the catcher that'll lead off here for Roosters. That is Jamie Hawani, followed by the first basewoman Brianna Russell and the shortstop Abigail Church. 1, 2 and 3. Naomi, the starting pitcher here, Georgia Simpson for Miramar. What do you know about her?
Well, I was almost going to ask you the same thing, Chopper, because I'm not actually that familiar with her, but gosh, look at that change-up she throws down there.
Yeah.
It's fabulous. That reminds me of a Debbie Meakin change-up from many years ago. But I'm not familiar with Georgia, so I'm assuming she's a pickup. I don't believe that she has played for Miramar this year.
I'm going to say
this
she's
season.
originally from Christchurch, but I'm not 100% sure. But we'll get to see a lot more of her in this game as we work our way through it, I guess. Ground ball to shortstop, and the play is regulation.
Yeah. Nicely taken there by Hannah Rodriguez-Jacobs. 1 down for Miramar.
You can see on the super slow-mo, this one just handcuffed in the top of the bat there, up the handle. The Miramar shortstop, simply outstanding. Rodriguez-Jacobs. Brianna Russell now steps in to go to work.
Excellent base running on her part.
So in the action here, there is Curtis Tompkins, head coach. 1 run to nil, Miramar leading over Roosters here in the top of the second innings. Gibson tries to float one over the shortstop. And boy, Rodriguez-Jacobs, she's really started on fire, both defensively and offensively, hasn't she, Naomi?
Oh, look, she's a very capable all-round player. She also happens to be the development officer for Wellington Softball Association, and she's one of those import players that's returned for many seasons here in Wellington, and she's been another loyal and persistent servant for the Miramar Softball Club, played for them for a number of seasons now.
Outstanding. I'll bring up one of the youngsters now. Abigail Church is starting shortstop for Roosters. And this young lady's been making waves in the age groups, hasn't she?
Yeah, she has. I haven't watched a lot of the age groups, but the name is familiar.
Yeah.
And what I've been impressed with the 11 o'clock round and the 1 o'clock round that I've watched is the number of young talent that is out there. It's exceptional. There's some really great players. Number of great players out there.
This one pops up, and it'll be a quick 1, 2, 3 innings at the top of the second innings. More action to come here from Game 10 on day 1 of the 2025 Women's Open Club National Championship. Have you?
You got any previous results, their first games?
No, I haven't, unfortunately. If you wanted to check it, you could just pop into the next door there. Ladies on there. Do you say you've lost power? No, here's good because that TV would go off if this is popped. It's not that big one. Remember that.
From the humble beginnings of a Wellington garage and with a good helping of Kiwi can do, Resine have been proudly colouring New Zealand since 1946. Environmentally approved quality paints, colours and expert advice, all available at your local Resine colour shop. Our friendly team are here to help you get the best results for your project. With creative colours and innovative...
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pure Athletic Sports. They would have caught a little bit of the action, what happens between innings here in the booth. And there's always lots of excitement as we take care of technical issues. Great to have you along for it. I'm Jason Gerbes, aka Chopper, and Naomi Shaw joining us in the booth for this game. here between Roosters and Miramar. Game 10 on day 1 of competition, and the competition's been thick and fast. One of the cool features for this tournament, Naomi, as we see number 15 for Miramar tying up at the batter's box, Harmony Rapea and Sealer. She'll be followed by Wanaka Noa and then Nalia Tolo Vaha. As this one skied. Ooh. And a gallant effort by the right fielder from Roosters, just out of the grasp of Pettit.
Yeah, we got that.
But the action's been fantastic. One of the features this week is the North Harbour grounds crew have decided to bring the home run fence just in a smidge. Naomi, we've already seen 4 or 5 home runs here on Diamond 1. It looks like it's going to be an exciting tournament.
Oh, it certainly has. And we also saw a couple go over on Diamond 2 as well too. So a really great initiative here, to bring the fence in. I don't know what the distance is out there, but certainly batters are finding the outfield fence, and it adds all to the excitement of the game.
It sure does indeed. And we've got you covered here beyond the Dugout Broadcasting. All Diamond 1 action is live throughout the tournament, and of course Diamond 2, a sole camera running over there for you. Hard hit ball, Rapihana Sela, and that's a solid single to centre.
Oh, look, no surprises there. She's a really great hitter. I've always rated her as a good hitter. The daughter of the assistant coach out there, Tivi Sela, who also umpires a lot of our national tournaments. So no surprises to see Harmony drill the ball out into the centre field. I see her do it often throughout the season.
And that'll bring up to bat the centre fielder, Wanaka Noa now.
And Rapihana Sela is replaced by the designated runner, Ariana Cameron Jones.
Speed to burn. This pitch is outside and perfect. We saw an earlier game today, Naomi. Roosters taking on PCU. PCU is fresh off the Canterbury Championship title just a week ago. And both coaching staff, very experienced. Ball down low, off and running. And there's the speed of the designated runner, Cameron Jones. But what I was going to say, Naomi, both coaching staff experienced. Tompkins, Ratu against each other coaching-wise. But they had different strategies throughout the game. There was long, there was contact hitting, and then sometimes there was the short game. Both of them good exponents of every coaching tool required.
Oh, and look, that just makes the game so much more interesting when you see all of these competing strategies in play. And that's what makes it so exciting to watch, and certainly interesting for the spectators here. There's certainly a lot of squeeze plays undertaken, a lot more than there used to be in the past. Very nice sacrifice bunt laid down there by Wanaka Noa, and the designated runner advances from 2 to 3. So Miramar in place.
You did right. You see there on the super slow-mo, hands were perfectly placed on the bat for the bunt. In no way they could get the speedy runner down to third base. So textbook indeed. One away here now. And it brings up Nalia Tolova'a. She tries a squeeze.
Yep, there was a squeeze. On the first pitch too as well. It's pretty innovative.
Well, that's some of the techniques we've seen today already. Te Aroha in the earlier game tried a squeeze play as well. And it's not just your let the batters hit as far as they can strategy. There's lots of different strategies coming out today.
Don't be surprised to see another one in here soon. There it is. No.
Comes back. In the hole 0-2 now.
But, Miramar have the luxury of only one down at this stage. I better put that up, one down. They've got 2 hitters to bring a run across the plate from third base.
This one on the outside edge. There's a beauty, and you so rightly put a strikeout on the dot for the second out.
Beautiful pitch on the outside, and the umpire's been calling it up to this, through the first couple of innings. So great to see Tori Talamahina put it exactly where the umpire likes it. 2 down.
High hopper here, and Talamahina will take care of that. We got ourselves a nice quick one here as we go through the bottom of the second innings. The score remains 1-0. More action to come live from Pure Athletic Sports Stadium at the 2025 Open Women's Club National Championship. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here in the top of the third innings here as Roosters continue to try and level this game up against Miramar. I'm joined in commentary with Naomi Shaw here. Naomi, I know we're only early into this game. What have been your thoughts on this match so far?
Yeah, well, we're down to Elizabeth Caldwell, the left fielder for Roosters, lefty in the batter's box. You can see the defence that Miramar have set up. I'm assuming that she's very quick. That she is, and what a great play from third base, Jacqueline Clay, to get that first out for Miramar.
Well, that's outstanding. It really is.
Yeah, great defence.
See, Curtis Tompkins like, wow, that was a nice play. Congratulations. So one away here.
So really good here to see Erin Blackmore turning out for Roosters in North Harbour. Erin did spend a bit of time with Hutt Valley.
Yeah.
And Saints. In fact, she spent a bit of time at my house as well too. Stayed over for a few, stayed with us when she was travelling between Hawke's Bay and the Hutt Valley. And it's really good to see her turning out for North Harbour.
This one's up top. It sure is indeed.
And Erin Blackmore just recently added to the New Zealand White Sox team to travel to Canada Cup in July of this year.
How good. Simply outstanding. I'm a big fan of Erin Blackmore.
Yeah.
No, I mean, and the reason I'm a big fan, she's the type of player that pretty much creates something from nothing at times.
Yeah, there's not much to her, is there? Erin's always been that, that tough out. And, she is often able to generate action just from being athletic, quick, putting pressure on the field.
Simply outstanding.
And a very tidy fielder to boot to as well. Now, Erin actually came over here from Australia quite a few years ago as a pitcher, and I actually rated her as a pitcher too. She was one that didn't throw with a lot of pace. She certainly pitched to her field, but she had so much movement and change. And, I really would like her to think that she would have a look at continuing with pitching because she was really good at it.
This one pops up and goes, fell. I remember those days, Naomi, and from me, it wasn't as much her technique or her skill and delivery. It was her mindset. She had a head for pitching, didn't she?
Oh, she certainly did. And it was her movement pitches and her tenacity and toughness on the mound.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more. Naomi Shaw
nice
joining us in a timely hit. As Naomi just explained, the prowess of this young lady, Erin Blackmore.
Now, I'm really pleased to see this hitter, Lisi Petit, plays out of Johnsonville from the Wellington Softball Association. Just recently added to the New Zealand White Sox squad to play to play in Canada Cup in July this year. A lefty, power hitter. She's playing an unfamiliar position out here in right field, but she does normally play first base, so it's on the same side of the field. I don't think she'll have too much trouble out there, and she's already taken a nice catch. But really rate this young hitter.
Yeah, I think she played first base in the last match against PCU, and now showing her ability to play multiple positions at this level of the game.
Now I keep losing the balls and strikes, so I'll just have to wait for the umpire to give us an indication of what it is.
We have a runner at first base in Blackmore. One away here in the top of the third
There
innings.
goes Blackmore. Roosters playing aggressive softball as well, stealing on that one. Yeah, teams are no longer hanging around waiting for somebody to hit somebody in. They're playing really aggressive, great strategy, great softball, and certainly a lot of stealing, squeeze plays.
Yeah, it's exciting to watch. From my perspective, as a fan of the game, I really enjoy it, Naomi.
Yeah, so do I. We still want to get a run in fairly early in the game rather than leaving it till later. They've got the right people in place to do it. What a terrific change-up. What a terrific change-up.
Does keep her on the front foot. So the second out taken now.
Number 25, Lily Nielsen.
Lily Nelson.
The young lady used to come out of Counties Monaco.
I was just going to say that was my understanding.
Yep.
Is she playing for Roosters now?
Yes, moved over this year.
Moved over the
Roosters
Harbour. Yeah.
with a brand new premier team this year, a merge of players playing reserve grade and a couple from the Bandits, and have made themselves.
Blackmore. Nope.
Oh, check swing, excuse me, and
What's happened
I'll
here?
get the out at first base on the plate.
Leaving early?
Yeah, I think you're right, leaving early. And you see there the base runner just going on, are you sure?
Yeah.
And the umpire.
If that's all he's got to watch for, we've got 3 umpires out there, and that's the only thing he's watching for.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that'll do us through the top of the third innings. More action. And when we come back in the bottom of the third, it is Miramar leading the ball game. 1-0. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pure Athletics Sports Stadium here. Great to have you along for this one. Got a good one going on between Miramar and Roosters here on day one. It is game number 10 on the schedule. A 1-0 to Miramar here in the bottom of the third innings. Tori Talamahina, the start for Roosters. She will continue on the mound here. The Miramar coaching staff, well, their experience, we highlighted that at the top of the shop. What will be some of the strategies you think Miramar will bring offensively today, Naomi?
Certainly a lot of squeeze plays, hit and runs, stealing bases. They're pretty adept. They've got the players to do it. Just looking at this batter in the box now, Misha Pulitu. Miramar do hit 1 to 9. And so I'm sure that if she happens to get the ball out safely into the field, there'll be a DR and she'll come in fairly quickly. And she'll be pretty quick as well too. So they've got an all-round strategy for offense and defense, Miramar, and they've applied it well, and they apply it at the right times when it's needed.
Outstanding, showing bunt. It'll obviously be a timing mechanism for Puliutu. She's a hitter, don't you worry about that. Hard hit ball straight back to Talamahina. Cool as calm as a cucumber. How good.
Zoom in on the fielder for me, please. Hard drive straight back to the pitcher. Gives us our first out of the innings.
And you know, that's something that I've seen here at this tournament already on just day one. The number of fielding pitches, very good fielding pitches. You know, they're getting, they're able to come forward and make quick plays or take the drives. I've seen a number of them so far. I'm really impressed with fielding. Right, we're at the top of the order now with shortstop Hannah Rodriguez-Jacobs, the batter in the box. 1 down.
Rodriguez-Jacobs has been amongst everything today. Outstanding, both defensively and offensively.
And scored Miramar's first run. So she's able to do a running bunt, and this is the sort of stuff that Miramar do. You have to expect everything to be thrown at you. She hit the ball solidly to left field in her first turn at bat and then attempts a running bunt and nearly gets away with it, but there you are. 2 strikes.
Almost just goes a foul.
Camera free.
Miramar seemed to adopt a stance with the bat out front, opening up, facing the pitcher with a 2-strike count on them. Obviously it works for them, so let's see if it works here for Hannah Rodriguez-Jacobs.
Yeah, it's a interesting
It's
technique.
pretty big.
What about this
It's
one,
pretty
Naomi?
big.
What about
Yes,
this
well
one? Hannah Rodriguez-Jacobs stamps her authority and blasts it out of the park. Simply outstanding. Wow, oh wow. How good, how good. 2 runs to 0.
That was gone off the bat. You could just see it straight away. You could hear it. It went well over, not just over. And I'm just talking about how they were facing up, using as a strategy, and then she didn't face up, and then she powers the ball over the centre field fence. Great hit, Hannah Rodriguez-Jacobs.
Simply outstanding.
She scored Miramar's 2 runs of the game.
Not too bad, Naomi. Not too bad.
Not too bad. And I might have already mentioned she's the development officer for Wellington Softball Association, and very handy in that role as well. Batter in the box, Jacqueline Clay. And
Yep. So 2 runs to 0 now.
ooh, just foul.
And that one just down the line.
So he needs to tell her to come back. Foul ball.
Replay. We are at the bottom of the 3rd. Bottom of the 3rd, yep.
Miramar chancing their arm here, left run away. Jacqueline Clay, 3rd basewoman.
So she switched from the right side of the box where she was slapping and hitting away, and now she's on the left side of the box. Facing up. 2-strike count. Oh,
This
not
one
bad.
pops up. And the right fielder makes the job done. Looks easy. Pettit, boy, she's had a day today, Naomi.
Yeah, she has. I already mentioned that you know, she's a pretty solid all-rounder, offensively, defensively, but definitely a strength. The strength in the batter's box as a lefty. Has been a solid hitter for all the years I've actually watched her. I'm really pleased to see her added to the New Zealand White Sox team going into the Canada Cup. She'll be a real useful asset. And of course the wife of former Black Sox Josh Pettit,
Yeah.
who's going to be home looking after the baby.
Isn't that a nice change? I'm sure, Josh, you're watching on, and you are the biggest supporter for your wife here today and the Miramar team. Off the end of the bat, this is a tough play. Smothered well for the third out, but it's not before Rodriguez puts a charge into one and gets the job done here. Simply outstanding to see this type of talent here on day number 1. Miramar leading 2-0. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pure Athletics Sports Stadium. Great to have you along for top of the fourth action here. Roosters taking on Miramar. Miramar have planted a run in the first and the third now, Naomi, and they just seem to be manufacturing a scoreline that could give them the victory here today.
Well, I think that's a little bit too early to call, Chopper.
Yeah, 100%.
Knowing Roosters, they've got a pretty solid hitting lineup too as well. Those first 2 runs were scored by Hannah Rodriguez Gerbes of her own hitting and the automatic, which we saw come through there. What a beautiful hit.
Indeed, yeah. I couldn't agree more. Roosters are a side that can score in bunches, whether in the lead or from behind, but this Miramar team, something about them, something professional about them, just incrementally building a scoreline as they work through the game, not just trying to have the one big innings, but I like what I see, and I like what I see early.
I think they're really well coached, and that's what I've always been impressed. Phil Penny calling the shots on third base, Tivi Sealy with his umpiring background and knowledge. And I like the strategy, the really aggressive strategy of run and bunt, steal and bunt, all that sort of stuff, hit and run.
This one down low.
First time I've really seen Georgia Simpson get a little bit behind in the count, 3-1.
This one fouls off and go back onto the stadium. Umpiring crew, Michael Lee behind the dish there. Just check the balls. One looks a bit damaged. Sovereign New Zealand supply all the match balls for this national tournament. So anything that doesn't look quite right comes out of the game for the safety of the players, that's for sure. Back to the action now. Full count, 3-2. Lily Nielsen shorten up just a smidge. And she will pull that.
Just put it in there, yes.
And lands just inside the line. Almost a puff of chalk coming up there. Fantastic indeed.
Yeah, just a little bit of a powder puff of a hit. I mean, it was Nielsen who actually got the first hit of the game for Roosters, and now she's got their second hit. Now, I thought the approach from the left field just was a little bit casual. I think she second guessed that the ball was going foul, and just on the line, and that's enough to be in.
So fantastic.
Roosters in a scoring position now. It's the top of the fourth innings. None down.
Showing bunt.
Okay, camera 1, can we get a check on the base runner on 2, please? Yep, covered her. Excellent, thank you. Cutting back to
Nielsen poised at second base. Bunters down, sneaky one too, but just goes foul off the bat.
Got that for a count 5. No worries.
This one up top. Now, you've got better eyesight than I, Naomi.
I'm just waiting for the umpire to put up his fingers to
Yeah,
say, let us know what the
I
count
got number
is.
8.
Here we go.
Yeah,
We've got 2 and 1.
Yeah, I got 18 on the shirt of the batter here.
Come on.
Oh, nice.
This one's just pushed down the line, and the boy got past the first basewoman. They're covering well. The second baseman comes in the back door, Brittany Jacobson, to take care of business.
Count 5.
Yeah, I really like the fact that they tried to push into that gap and succeeded. But of course, the first base, or not quite sure who took that out at first base, was there to get the first out. I'll put that up.
So that was Oleana Pearl Hess with that ground ball to second base. Skylar Breeze Joyce now steps in to go to work.
Young Skylar Breeze Joyce spent a bit of time through the Junior White Sox program, and a very proficient pitcher as well as a solid hitter. That's going to score a run.
Should be gone.
So the catch is made, and
Nicely
they'll tag
done.
Skylar
Great.
Breeze Joyce. Exactly what the doctor ordered here. Gets enough on it and takes care of business for Roosters to get their first run of the ball game, Naomi.
Wow, that's a great sacrifice hit there from Skylar. Breeze is exactly what Roosters needed, just to claw back a run. It's still only halfway through the game, so there's a lot of ball to go on here yet.
Back to the live action now. Hawaii, the catcher, with her opportunity.
Go to count 1 now. Back to count 1.
Jamie Hawaii go away with the New Zealand developing Sox to Tokyo a year or so ago. How great an experience is that for these young athletes, Naomi?
Oh, look, it's been wonderful. It's really helped build the depth of more skilled athletes in softball at lower age grades coming through. And you can see them all around the ballpark, scattered throughout all the teams here. Some really exceptional youngsters playing the game.
Very cool to watch indeed.
And I think that comes through the strong program that's been put in place for Development Sox, Junior White Sox, and now the new initiative, the under-23s, and that's to bridge the gap between the juniors and the seniors. And I think that's fantastic. A fantastic part for Softball New Zealand.
I agree, Naomi. Pathways are so critical, and getting the opportunities to play in those different tournaments around the world. Of my mind, for New Zealand to get back into the international game, and I mean back in the sense of being competitive in the international, it's critical, isn't it?
Absolutely. Oh,
Hard hit ball. Hawaii puts a charge into it. 2 bounces to the fence, and Hawaii will round the bases into second now. A stand-up double for the youngster, only 2 years ago playing under 15s at a World Cup.
isn't that fantastic? And that was a difficult pitch to get hold of. It was a very nice change-up pitch there from Georgia Simpson. She just waited on it, sat back and put it out. And I almost thought it was close enough to go over the fence, but not quite. What a great hit.
Had my hopes up there for a second.
I'm sure you did.
I was like, wow, go the kid. Go the kid. Well, we got a break in the action. We might just grab a little bit of Diamond 2 for you. They're just going to check something here with the umpires. We'll get you to check that. Diamond 2 action, Naomi, we'll see up on the screen here. And it is the top of the second innings. PCU taking on Te Aroha. Nice tag play by Te Aroa down first base there. But no score on that one so far. With the runner at second base. So that'll be a close game over there on Diamond 2.
Oh, look, they're all close. There's some real close matchups all around. It's going to be very difficult to finish in the top 2 of each section here, such as the competition at this tournament.
Couldn't agree more, Naomi. Back to the action here on Diamond 1.
Brianna Russell, batter in the box. Runner, who happens to be Sam Greenwood, she'll be running for the plate.
Hard hurt ball.
Diamond 2 is unconnected.
And Brianna Russell, or Nee Gibson, has done a little bit of coaching too as well with the Junior White Sox as an assistant coach to Kitty Shaw. She's spent a lot of time developing young players to be the best they can be. And it's really good to see her still here putting it back into the game.
This one just outside the zone. Russell has been outstanding today, obviously in the veteran years of her career. Boy, oh boy, her ability to put the barrel on the ball is still right there, Naomi.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's putting the barrel on.
Oh,
what a catch!
What a catch!
That is brilliant. The left fielder for Miramar racing in, Nalia Tolova'a, to make that play. Let's take another look at it, Naomi. What do you think?
Oh, it was brilliant. I might have commented earlier that she was a little bit slow on one of those catches, but she certainly wasn't on this one. Nearly full extension on that. A crucial play, because if that had dropped to the ground, Roosters would surely have tied the game.
Well, there you are, ladies and gentlemen, done through the bottom of the 4th. The score is 2 runs to 1. More action when we come back live from Pure Athletic Sports Stadium in just a moment. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium here. Bottom of the 4th innings, Miramar with a lead 2 runs to 1 at this point. And it'll be the designated player that'll lead off for them, Talia Salas Ugugio. And Harmony Rapeana Sila Wanaka Noa Noa will be 1, 2, 3 here for the ladies from Miramar. Time here is Michael Lee just taking care of business. I think he's probably wanting the door closed to the dugout, probably.
I think it's the battery, the Roosters battery, are going down to warm up, and of course they have to have a spotter.
Yeah.
And that spotter is a person that has to wear their helmet, and they have to make sure that the pitcher and catcher are warming up down there, don't interfere with play, but also don't get hit.
Oh, fantastic. We might get a shot of the pitchers warming up down the line shortly for you. Plenty of action here. There you can see the pitchers warming up down the line, and that spot, as you mentioned, Naomi, wearing the helmet, as the out is taken. So Another out here by Roosters defensively.
Good work, team. Getting that. Going to camera 5.
It'll bring him to bat number 15.
Nice play there by Lily Nelson at second base. She might have erred initially, but she recovered very quickly to get the ball across to first base for the first out for Roosters. Coming into the batter's box now is Harmony Rapihana Sila.
Going back to camera 3. Cam 1, bit down.
This pitch is right through the top of the zone.
We're still unconnected on
Sila already has a safe hit to centre field at her first turn at bat.
Cam 1.
Today in this game she's playing out in right field, but she also catches for the Miramar team as well back in Wellington.
A true teammate ability to play multiple positions.
And that's the thing about women's softball. You'll see a lot of these players move from quite different positions. I think in my time as the New Zealand coach, I always said to people that if you're a hitter, then we've got to find somewhere in the field for you. And you know, as a consequence, a lot of players sort of played a lot of different positions. That's
this one's a
pretty
hard
big
hit ball going back, and baby, oh baby, it's the home run champions of 2025 Miramar Blast. Another one out of the park, Naomi. Oh, baby.
That was right off the bat straight away as well too. No surprises there. I know Hami can hit long and strong, and she certainly showed that straight over the top of the outfield fence. Miramar take a 3-1 lead in the bottom of the fourth innings.
Simply outstanding. The celebration duly warranted here. A fantastic stroke from the young lady, Rapihana Sila. 3 runs to 0 now.
3 runs to 1.
3 runs to 1. Thank you, Naomi, of course.
Batter in the box, centre fielder Wanaka Nono. The mother of 2 beautiful children. And her mother Debbie here is looking after one of them. Of course, that's what happens when you have children, you have your family, and they come and help out.
It's a whānau atmosphere, a whānau production. They say it takes a village, and there seems to be pretty good villages around this country, Naomi.
Oh, that's just something that's very familiar around softball. It's very much a family sport. And, you know, you just pick up the prams, you have a look, and you go and gar over all the new babies that come out every season, and it's just a great atmosphere to be around. Now, Wanaka did spend one season in the Hutt Valley with Saints in Hutt Valley under-19. So I had the pleasure of coaching her when she played for our under-19 team. We won a national title in Christchurch, it was.
This one just outside. So a walk issued for Miramar. Just one away here in the bottom of the fourth innings.
And Nalia Tulavata was the young lady who took that fabulous diving catch in the field in the last innings.
So good. Tori Talamahina continues to work here. Yeah, this one pops up.
Yeah, and that was a hit and run. And unfortunately, Tulavaka wasn't able to pull it off. Wanaka Nono was stealing down to 2, and she had to quickly scurry back before they made a double play on her at first base. But that's the sort of game that Miramar do play, very aggressive strategy, not afraid to try a lot of different things. 2 down.
Yeah, I like that if you ask me, Naomi. The athletes in that case was a hit and run play, but she had the presence of mind after those first 3 or 4 steps to look in to see what's happening whilst running full noise, and that way she picked up the pop-up and got back in time. That's good base running.
Here she goes again. Oh, pass ball.
Easier one down to second base this time. Well, this game feels like, even though there's a 2-run difference, Naomi, it feels like it's in the balance. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. We're only into the, the bottom of the 4th innings. So there's still 3 more innings to go, and it's not over until it's over. So I expect to see some more action. So far, an error-free game with a lot of action. And we're 2 down. Miramar in a scoring position again with Wanaka Nono on second base. And the batter in the box is Brittany Jacobson, second base for Miramar. Count goes to 3-2. Loaded count.
Small strike zone here. Looking to maximise the opportunity, Miramar.
And Brittany Jacobson picks up the walk.
Time called here as Roosters first baseman calls them in, and that's the experience of having someone like Brianna Russell out there in the field, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's a good time to regather. You know, Miramar now have got a couple of ducks on the pond, we call them. The runners out there, runners on 1 and 2, and so I think it's a good time just to have a think about the strategy that you're going to apply, especially with we've got 2 down. They'll want to look at there's a force out at every base. There's a possibility of that. But they'll be wanting to get that one out to stop Miramar scoring any more runs. Back into this game.
Plenty of time indeed. And a pick off down to third base, and it's successful at third base here. And they will get the last out. Will Roosters. You can see here on the slow-mo how close this is. She loses her footing, and the presence of mind of Church to stay with her here, that proves the difference. The scoreline is 3-1. More action when we come back after the break. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. A couple of changes going to happen here out in the field. Naomi, what do you spot?
Well, what I see is the starting pitcher for Miramar. Georgia Simpson comes out of the game, and into the pitching circle goes Talia Salas Giorgio, the Argentina pitcher. We talked a little bit before about her being that nuggety pitcher. She doesn't throw a lot of pace, but she does throw a lot of movement and off-balance stuff, and she's a pretty hard pitcher to get a hit off. But of course, I think that's typical of Phil Penny's game strategy to just keep batters off balance using different styles, different types of pitches. And I think with the fact that Miramar are winning by 3 runs to 1, it's not a bad move for them.
This one just outside.
Batter in the box is shortstop Abigail Church.
Made an outstanding tag, play the shortstop for Roosters to complete the last innings. This one up top. So, Naomi, when you're coming as a relief pitcher and you've got a couple of run lead here, what's got to be your objective?
Oh, look, she'll want to, if she's getting a little bit behind in the count, she won't want that. She really needs to start throwing some strikes, relying on her field to do the job for her. There she goes, 2 and 1 count. That puts her back into the count again. She's not a strikeout pitcher, but she will be looking for the field to pick up anything that goes out there. She'll certainly be wanting to limit Roosters to getting any bases. Count goes to 2 and 2.
I'd say what you could do.
So she's got a full count there on the batter in the box. There's a shortstop for Roosters, Abigail Church.
If you have to, you can take the sender off that mount. Right? Yeah, okay. And then just walk it back to connect it, and then walk it back down and connect it back onto the rig.
Foul tip.
I'm leaving this at 1 ear so I can use it.
Yeah, I had to hurry that out a little bit. She muffled the ball a little bit. Brittany Jackson at second base, but made the strong throw across to Misha Puliwitu for the first out of the innings for Miramar.
Naomi, I've liked what I've seen of this defensive lineup from Miramar today.
Yeah, they're pretty solid.
Yeah, I'm not saying there's anything super flashy about them, but exactly what you just said, they're solid about their work.
Yeah. Now with the lefty in the box, Elizabeth Caudle, you can see the defence that they're setting up. They're all coming pretty close. Oh, nice hit. Yes.
And this one will go down the line.
Yeah, safe hit to 5. She ran at that, slapped, put the ball past the third base, Jacqueline Clay.
Bring in to bat number 4, Erin Blackmore.
Brings Roosters into the top of the order, and the very dangerous hitter, Erin Blackmore, is the batter in the box. 1 down.
So top of the 5th innings here, Miramar leading 3 runs to 1. Top of the order now for Roosters. Erin Blackmore, and it feels like Roosters, it's only a 2-run margin. No, I mean, we both know that can evaporate in a heartbeat. But it feels like they need a strike, and they need a strike soon.
Yes. And once we get into the 6th and 7th, there's a little bit of panic starts to creep in. But at the moment, if they can just feel cool, calm and composed, put a few hits out there, they could put a bit of pressure on Miramar.
Change of pace. Boy, oh boy, that was about 3 kilometres an hour.
Yeah.
Deceiving, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Foul ball just comes in from the other diamond. Of course, Freeman Field is backs onto the side of level off field. Both similar.
Haven't been to Rosedale Park for a while, Chopper, and it's still a beautiful ballpark to be at.
Check swing, excuse me, as this one pulls around the line. And yeah, it's fantastic to see around the country the pride that our associations take in their own ballparks. And I made comment the other week when we were in Palmerston North.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, it just looks pristine. The pathways are tidy,
Yes.
not just the playing fields, but everything, and it makes a difference, doesn't it? Off and running.
Oh, nice steal there by Elizabeth Caldwell. Great to see Rooster are not afraid to put a bit of pressure on the Miramar field as well. That puts her in a scoring position with a very dangerous hitter. Erin Blackmore in the box, followed by Lisi Petty.
Caldwell has been a fireballer from the get to the row here. To see a stolen base, does that in time. Blackmore pulls that one into a forward, and boy, that does not feel good when that happens, Naomi.
Straight off the bat into the toe.
Poor thing.
Now, you just mentioned Calhoun Park and Manawatu Softball Association. That's another beautiful ballpark. And as you know, Chopper, they're hosting the WBSC Under-23 qualifier in April.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to getting along to watch some of the boys' games for a change. But, of course, I've got a Moko playing for the New Zealand team. But it's another wonderful facility. And we've got a lot of grounds that we should be very proud of.
Yes, indeed, and that one
Check
check swing to shortstop, and they will get the runner a throw down here. The dive into third base, and bang, bang! They've tried to get a second out, and that's a heads-up play here. Miramar, I tell you what, you don't see that very often.
Yeah, it was a perfect time for a dummy. I didn't really think that she was going to get the throw across to one to get Erin Blackmore out. So the only other option was to do a dummy, and she did it perfectly. That's Hannah Rodriguez-Jacobs. And, of course, sucked the runner off second base. Elizabeth Caldwell got a caught in a rundown. Hey, that's great defensive play from Miramar.
Sure is indeed. Brings up the bat now the outfielder Pettit. I've already mentioned a number of times how impressed I am with her play today. Pick up play out of Wellington. And boy, oh boy, is she worth her weight in gold.
I won't be surprised to see Erin Blackmore steal second base at some stage.
She is a threat to run at any stage as Blackmore.
Oh, she might have been a little bit lucky to get away with that pitch. Ball one, strike two.
Just fights this one off to stay alive in the at-bat.
That's going to be up the middle. Lisa Pettit puts the ball straight back up the middle, over the top of second base, and advances Erin Blackmore to a scoring position at second base with runners on 1 and 2. It's 2 down.
Lily Nelson now with a opportunity here.
Ooh,
Goes at the pitch.
Go in the middle.
Texas Liga, will it work? Coming home to score, sure it will. And Roosters drop their second run of the ball game here at the top of the second innings.
Oh, well done, Lily Nelson, her third hit of this game. She was able to put the ball just in front of the right fielder, and it was Erin Blackmore who scurried home from second base to score Roosters' second run.
Fantastic indeed.
Lily Nelson's taken out. The designated runner for Roosters, Sam Greenwood, replaces her. That puts Miramar in a very vulnerable position at the moment. The runners on 1 and 3 and 2 down.
So just a little bit of time taken here as with a one-run ball game now, Naomi. This game
Yes.
is really on its head, isn't it?
Yes, it certainly turned on the head, all right.
Phil Penny over to pass on his wisdom to his troops. Just need a final out here.
Miramar won't want to concede a run.
Oleana Pearl-Hess, she has been outstanding today. A real threat in the batter's box.
Well, she is batting at number 4, which indicates that she is a power hitter. Be interesting if Roosters steal second and make Miramar play her. Let's wait and see.
Yeah.
Everybody's just having a look, wait and see who moves where. I missed that count. What was that?
Yeah, one ball outside. Game is on the line here. The balance of the game. The pitch is high, and they won't elect to throw to second base.
I think that's sensible because if it doesn't go right, the tying run comes in. So I think that's sensible. Sam Greenwood, very quick to get down to second. We've got runners on 2 and 3. So any hit that's going to go out the outfield will possibly score 2 runs for Roosters. Batter in the box, Oleana Pearl-Hess. Now that sounds like a Canterbury name to me, but I could be wrong.
Pitch on the outside edge.
Great
and
pitch.
it is a beauty.
Yeah.
Just what the doctor ordered. And that is clutch, Naomi. That is clutch.
Oh, and that comes with the experience of Miramar's pitcher, Talia Salas Giorgio. Nuggety, tough. Pressure just doesn't bother her. Able to KC with when Roosters have runners on 1 and 3 in a threatening position. Well done.
Sure is indeed. We'll be back with more action here live from Pure Athletic Sports Stadium on day 1. One-run ball game between Miramar and Roosters. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. Pure Athletic Sports Stadium here as we continue the coverage on day 1. Here as it's been simply outstanding. This game here, for instance, Naomi, Miramar 3-2 in this one. Miramar felt like they had a secure lead at 2-0, and then they extend it. Roosters have showed what they can do, and we've got ourselves a real ball game now.
Oh, we certainly have. It's only the bottom of the 5th innings yet. There's still 3 innings of this to go. And batter in the box at the moment, Misha Pulitu for Miramar. They will want to get a greater lead on Roosters in this innings.
That's the key right now. They call them insurance runs when you get into the latter part of the game. And
it just gives you a little bit of breathing space, doesn't it? Now, 1 run difference isn't quite enough in this ball game.
So bottom of the 5th innings now.
Go to camera 1. Yep, going back to camera 3. So keep it there, camera 1, could be possible bugs.
Talamahina continues to work, and this one off the cue ball off the end of the bat.
She did well to come back in the end. She's just starting to get a little bit behind in the count, so now got a loaded count. Anyone's guess whether it's going to be a hit or a walk. There's a bit of pressure on both the hitter and the pitcher in this instance. And Pulitu picks the walk. With none down, that puts a runner on base for Miramar. No doubt there will be a runner coming out. And out she comes, the very quick Ariana Cameron Jones. Getting into the back of the top of the order for Miramar, Hannah Rodriguez-Jacobs, who put the ball over the outfield fence in her last turn at bat. Up the middle.
Try to get the lead runner, but the ball is lost here on the transfer over to Nielsen coming into second base. Couldn't quite make it stick.
Yeah, just she was probably looking for the next runner, but she really needed to make sure that she secured that first out at second base. But unfortunately it didn't happen. Miramar have runners on 1 and 2, and coming into the batter's box, Jacqueline Clay, who on previous occasions has batted from the left side of the batter's box, and here is opting to go from the right side of the batter's box.
Outstanding. Love to see these players diverse in their ability, whether it be defensively or in this case offensively. And you see she just switches.
Just switched as we were talking about it.
You're too good. Infield's
So
like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, so she'll be looking to slap, just hit those gaps. And that's going to be a tough one.
It just squeezes through. And
all she had to do was put bat to ball, and she did that perfectly, straight up the middle. And unfortunately, it hit a bump there. It was a tough one for the pitcher to handle.
Yeah, there, the lip of the mat just clipped it, and then unfortunately clipped her in the noggin. Did Talamahina, and it will result in a loaded bases situation here for Miramar. A big spot now, Naomi, in the bottom of the 5th innings.
Well, it is none down with loaded bases is a bit of a nightmare for any pitcher, but Tori Talamahina has done a pretty good job up to now. But this will be a very testing situation, but what it does do, it gives an opportunity for Roosters to take a double play. If they make a play at the plate and an out at 1, they could finish with a double here, which would certainly take a bit of pressure off.
Seen a couple of attempted squeeze plays. You don't normally see that with loaded bases. I don't think we'll see it here.
Well, I wouldn't put it past them. It's not something you'd expect, but I have seen it before. And in the batter's box now is a very dangerous Mairangi Waipara.
So Waipara steps in. No outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yep. Camera 1. Showing you low bases.
Really got it going on here today.
There it goes. Ooh, I thought she was squeezing.
But she definitely showed bunt there, Naomi.
Yeah, well, it might be just to make the fielders nervous because they've no idea what's happening here. Is she going to power the ball away? Is she going to drop it? Are they going to squeeze it? There's a lot of second guessing going on out there.
There is indeed. Good battle here, ensuing on Diamond 1, Freeman Field. Day 1. Game number 10. Oh, Talamahina slides off the mat, but has enough control to get the pitch on the spot. Wow.
She did well to bring that in for a strike.
Waipara now, big breath. Opportunity is here for Miramar. She'll take that outside, and that'll walk in a run here for Miramar. Miramar's cause, Naomi, just what the doctor ordered.
Yes, it's a bit of a shame for Talamahina. She's done so well up to this point. But there's an awful lot of pressure on her shoulders at the moment. It's still none down. Run's been walked across the plate and loaded bases out there.
And now, one of the key pieces of the puzzle here, Talia Salas Gorgio. Now in relief pitching and continues to hit in the lineup. She laces this one and it goes through the 5-6 hole. 1 run comes in, 2 run comes in, and Miramar with their foot firmly onto the accelerator right now.
Yeah, nice hit there by Talia Salas Giorgio. 2 runs coming off that hit to the left field. They were always going to score from second base, but yeah, runs advanced to 1 and 3 now. I think we're probably looking at a bit of a timely change there for the pitcher.
So that'll move the scoreline 5 runs to 2 now. Naomi, would you agree with that?
Oh, I thought there 2 came in on that one.
Yeah, 2 on that play. So
I think it's 6-2.
Well, 6 now. Yes, of course.
But
yes, I agree, Naomi. 6 runs to 2.
Need to check that's correct.
I tell you what, you won us a World Cup way back when. Whatever you say, I'm good to go. Talking about that, Naomi, I understand there's a big thing with the White Sox coming up this week.
Oh yeah, there's a little function, a legacy function for former national players who have played for New Zealand. And I got picked up this morning from the airport by Debbie Megan, of course, was the winning pitcher for the White Sox or New Zealand team at that time in the 1982 World Championships. And with her in the car was Cherie Giles, Spock, we called her. And of course, she was a pitcher from Southland. And from the whole trip from the airport to out here to North Harbour, they did nothing but talk about pitching. Of course.
Of course. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a break. We'll come back with Naomi Shaw and all about the White Sox as the pitching change here in game number 10 with Miramar leading with 6 runs to 2. Back soon.
From the humble beginnings of a Wellington garage and with a good helping of Kiwi can-do, Resene have been proudly colouring New Zealand since 1946. Environmentally approved quality paints, colours and expert advice, all available at your local Resene colour shop. Our friendly team are here to help you get the best results for your project, with creative colours and innovative paint all made right here in New Zealand. You can rely on Resene to get the job done.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here at Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. 6 runs to 2 to Miramar in the bottom of the 5th innings. Pitching change, Skylar Breeze-Joyce will come on to the hill to relieve Tori Talamahina. And she will face a loaded bases here. A tough ask for any pitcher, Naomi.
Oh, it certainly is. There's runners on 1 and 3 in this situation.
Oh, apologies.
Yeah, but with none down, there was a squeeze. Not quite expected. Didn't put the ball down. And the runner's gone down to second base now.
Yeah. Thought for a second there that the runner at second base was needing to go back on a foul ball, but no, you're okay. You can stay there. So 2 runners in scoring position now in the bottom of the 5th innings. Two balls and 1 strike is the count. Inside out swing, and they'll check the runner at 3. That's going now, and Miramar push all the right buttons as they will add another run to their tally. 7 runs to 2 now, Naomi. And I kind of mentioned this at the beginning, Naomi. This Miramar team, I'm not going to say they're flashy, but they know how to build runs.
Yeah, they certainly do. That was a little bit of a shame, that one. I thought the second base, Lily Nelson, really held the runner at 3 for a suitable length of time, made the play at 1, and just unfortunately the throw was a little bit high to the plate. They could have perhaps got that run going to the plate, but they haven't, and so that pushes the score up to 7-2, I think. I'm not sure if I've got an extra run in there for Miramar, but at the moment we know it's a significant lead that they've got.
Yeah, I got you, Naomi. I got 1 run on the 2nd, 2 in the bottom of the 3rd. Roosters with 2 on the top of the 5th, and 4 now in the bottom of the 5th. That's 7 runs to 2.
7-2.
Yeah, Miramar leading.
Quite a bit of pressure here, having to do the score, the pitch count, talk, and also do my own score sheet as well. It's all great fun, though.
It's us men that
Loving
can't
it.
multitask. No. Hard hit ball up the middle, and a great grab by the shortstop to make the out.
Yeah. It was all she could do to get that out. Well done for the second out.
Just clarify, they did get a run come in there on that play,
another run
though,
came
didn't
in.
they? Yeah. You can see here on the slow-mo showing that runner coming in. So 8 runs to 2 here. The bottom of the 5th inning, proving a big innings here for Miramar, that's for sure.
Yeah, Miramar have certainly stamped their authority in this particular innings, haven't they? Number of runs scored.
Swing and a miss in that one. So, no runners on here at the moment. All down low.
Strikeout.
And Joyce peers back and says, enough's enough. Boy, oh boy, what an innings from Miramar as they mark their authority here and get it done. The score is 8 runs to 2. Miramar leading as we go to the top of the 6th innings. Plenty more action. Don't you worry about Roosters, because if I know them, Naomi, they will come back and fight hard in the next innings. Back with more action soon. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A fantastic game going on here between Miramar and Roosters. And you can see Miramar plated 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th innings. That gives them a margin of 6 here. Roosters will need to dig deep, Naomi.
Yeah, it's the game's got away from them a little bit, but you can never say never.
No, you did right. And yeah, any team or player that thinks they've got it in the bag before that last out in the 7th innings, yeah, you do that at caution, don't you?
Oh, true that. And it's been the undoing of many a team. And, what a great... Oh!
Just comes unstuck at first base, but you did right at third baseman. Boy, what a play over there.
Yeah. I thought she did really well to pull it in, and then it just tried an off-balance throw, and it didn't quite come off. She got the throw across to first base. It was the first base that dropped it around there. Anyway, so Roosters.
You know what I like about that, though, Naomi?
Yeah.
The whole time, Skylar Breeze-Joyce did not stop hustling down the first base.
She ran really, really quickly down there and gave them the option of having that runner on base. So Roosters may be on their way back.
And taking the designated runner is out at first base for Skylar Breeze-Joyce. Sam Greenwood is the catcher now. Jamie Hawani steps in to go to work here on the top of the 6th inning. Greenwood still down at first base. Roosters, they'll want to reply here in the 16s. They won't want to leave it all to the 7th, will they, Naomi?
No, they'll want to knock up a few runs here if they can. It's 6 runs difference.
Pick off down at first base, back in time. Of course, if they don't score a run here, Miramar have the opportunity to try and terminate this game early in the bottom of the 6th if they can pick up just one more run. So it's really important that Roosters do score here, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
There's a ground ball looking for a double play. 1!
Oh, nice work. Yeah, nice work there from shortstop Annie Rodriguez across to second base. That was a force out at 2. They had a shot at the double play at first base. It wasn't to be, but it was a nice play anyway.
Get the lead runner. This one hit hard down the line.
Looks like we've got a new batter in the box for Roosters. That will be coming in to hit for Brianna Russell is Kiara Taimai. Kiara also catches for the Roosters team and recently added to the New Zealand White Sox team for Canada Cup.
Oh, what a play.
Oh, beautiful off-balance play there. Very nice.
Play. Third base goes for a first. The shortstop's right there, and they work in tandem. Miramar looks sharp in the field. Looks like they'll make a change here, Naomi.
Yeah.
Bring in a batter.
Coming into bat now is Krista Lockington Masters, and she will replace Abigail Church. Looks like Roosters are wanting to get all their batters in the lineup to see if they can do anything different. They've got a lot of runs to claw back.
Rodriguez Jacobs, the shortstop from Miramar, she's been outstanding today. There's the first pitch right down Main Street. This one down second base, and boy oh boy, Miramar have got it going on here. They have been tidy in the field, offensively good, and now they have an opportunity at the bottom of the 8th innings to try and tie this one up early. Naomi, we'll find out when we come back. A good game going on. 8 runs to 2. Miramar leading Roosters. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium here as we're in the bottom of the 6th innings here. No runners on, no outs here as Miramar have an opportunity. If they can pick up 1 run in the bottom of the 6th, they will terminate the game early as Skylar Breeze-Joyce continues her relief work on the pitcher's mound. I tell you what, for me though, this is bonus time. I get to see young Skylar Breeze-Joyce on the mound. I do enjoy watching her play, Naomi.
Oh yeah, she's a great kid, isn't she?
Fantastic
and I was
young lady.
yeah, fantastic young lady. And I just remember going to watch some Auckland competition game somewhere, and there she was umpiring a junior game.
Really?
Yeah, and I thought, what a great kid, you know, prepared to go out there, pay it forward, put back into the game, and what's she, all of 18 now? 19 years maybe? Yeah.
It's cool, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, Miramar trying to march their way out of this game. Oh.
It's going to, what a great catch. Erin Blackmore out in centre field. She covered a lot of ground to pick that up. What a beautiful catch. 1 down.
Roosters, to be fair, also defensively at times have been good, aren't
Yes,
they?
absolutely. Yeah.
Great running catch by the centre fielder. Blackmore takes care of business. So plenty of changes being made here, and you can expect that as we get bonus opportunity time for Miramar. So they'll look to work their bench into the game here. New batter, Naomi?
It looks like Kupu Waipara. Number 11. No, Isita Pulitu.
That's high and tight, buzzes the tower first pitch.
Replacing her sister, Misha Pulitu.
This one, slow roller, and Nelson will take care of this for the out.
That'll be the second out for Miramar. Bottom of the 6 innings brings into the top of the batting order the very impressive Hannah Rodriguez-Jacobs. She's had a great game today, 2 hits from 3, one of them an automatic.
So away now, bottom of the 6th innings.
Nice pitch there, just touching the outside of the plate.
I remember seeing Skylar Breeze for the very first time. It was an under, gotta say, 13 tournament up in Kaikoui. And I was like, who is this wonderful young lady? Much taller than the rest of the other young ladies out there. And instantly, you know, I was having flashbacks of Gina Weber and thinking about the future and stuff.
Yes.
And of course, she's still young at the moment.
She is. Yes, she is.
So who knows where she finishes height-wise. And
Yeah.
she continues to work on the hill. You never know if that all comes together as well.
No, that's right. Has gone through the Junior White Sox program at one time. Oh! What a great out there by third base Oriana Pearl Hesp. Hooked that ball out of the sky to take the 3rd out for Roosters. What a great play.
Simply outstanding. We've got ourselves a beauty here as we work our way through this one. It is Roosters trailing by 6. We'll head to the top of the 7th for more action here. Last chance for the Roosters when we come back.
Athena, sports nutrition made for women. Protein plus iron.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium here on day one action. It is a big match up here. Miramar taking on Roosters. Miramar out of the Wellington Association. Roosters out of the Home Association right here at North Harbour. Miramar have put together a real good game today. They picked up a run in the bottom of the first, couple in the bottom of the third, and then 5 in the bottom of the fifth gives them their 8 runs. Roosters did pose a threat in the top of the fifth. They picked up 2. Now they're down to their last chance here in the top of the 7th innings. They will need 6 runs to tie this puppy up, 7 to grab the lead. I understand a pitching change, Naomi.
Yeah, and really good strategy there by the coaching staff from Miramar. I think they're probably comfortable with a 6-run lead to be able to bring in Kupu Waipara, who's been a pitcher for Miramar for a long while, but it's a great opportunity for her to get some time on the mound, and she started really well.
I'm a great fan of Kupu Waipara, and I think her first name is actually a lot longer than Kupu too, from memory, but always been a great fan of her. Got a chance to see her at a very young age, 13 or 14 years of age, playing for Wellington, and have been a fan ever since. Ground ball for the first out of Caldwell.
That was nicely played there by Jacqueline Clay. She had to wait for Misha Pulu to get back to the base. And she was able to tag the base runner off the base as she was advancing down first base line. Actually, a really nice play made.
Tags out, going to first base. So, top of the shop now for Roosters, Erin Blackmore. We have an illegal pitch call here, and there's a fair warning at the managers' meeting as well about a pause.
Yeah.
And we might just see if we can pick this up. You can see the umpire talking to her now. And if I just have a look at that last pitch, that was a little bit late coming in. See what he's looking at here, but an infraction anyway. Take another quick look at it. Can't really see it. I'm wanting a 2-second pause, and maybe that wasn't quite 2 seconds. Maybe that is part of it. But either way, an infraction.
Can't quite pick that up.
Yeah.
But obviously the home plate umpire did pick it up, so it'd be something that happened here in a delivery.
Hard hit ball down the line. And I just picked up something. We have another look at this replay here. Maybe she's stationed too far to the left. Look at her left foot's outside the pitching rubber. And maybe that's what the infraction was. It'll be interesting to ask the umpire after the game to see what he was calling. Either way, we're 1 away here on the top of the 7th innings. And Blackmore pulls another one down the line. I tell you what, if I had $1 for every hard hit foul ball off the bat of Blackmore, boy, I'd be doing okay.
Yeah, she's seen that ball nice and early and certainly driving it hard down the left side. The question will be whether she can actually bring it out into fair play territory.
Naomi, you were telling us a little bit earlier about the White Sox gathering tomorrow. Just tell us a bit more about that.
Well, it's just a gathering of national players who obviously represent. Nice pitch there from Kupu. New Zealand at some stage or another, just an opportunity to get together and catch up with each other's lives, celebrate a little bit of our history, and enjoy each other's company. So I'm really looking forward to it.
It sounds like fun. Of course, Naomi, you go down as history as the New Zealand captain. The New Zealand won the World Cup. What year was that again, Naomi?
1982, many years ago.
And was that in the Philippines, Taipei or something?
Oh, no, it was in Chinese Taipei.
Chinese Taipei,
in Taiwan,
yeah.
where that was, where we won that gold medal. It's a moment we all remember well.
Such a cool moment for our White Sox legends.
Well done.
Pettit being really good today in both matches. Down to their last out, Roosters. They'll need her to work something magical.
Her and the 5 hitters after it.
Yeah. Fair enough, Naomi.
It's looking a little bit dire for Roosters at the moment. We're trailing 6 runs, but you can never say never. But it is a good opportunity for young Kupu Waipapa to get back on, to get out on the mound and get some game time in. There's a lot of games to get underway here over the next few days, and so making sure that your pitchers get game time is really, really important.
It is indeed. This one, that's outside.
Yeah.
So Pettit stays good.
And the very impressive Lily Nelson, who for Roosters is currently hitting 3 from 3.
Right lady for the job. Just trying to pass the baton on at this point. She laces at the first
that might be a
pitch.
tough one in the sun. Oh, she's got it.
And that'll be the ball game. Miramar with a complete game here. 8 runs to 2. They take the victory. And what can only be said, Naomi, a complete performance from this team.
Oh, very, very much Miramar's game all the way. Player of the game, certainly for me, was Hannah Rodriguez-Jacobs at shortstop. She made some very fine defensive plays, but also was able to put the ball over the fence, hit 2 from 3. But a good, solid all-round team performance from Miramar. Congratulations to them.
Going to come back to you for the player of the match here, Naomi, in just a second. But it was the Miramar team that got underway nice and quick as they worked their magic through this game as they picked up a run in the bottom of the first inning, 2 in the third, before Roosters showed some threat in the top of the 5th innings, picking up 2 runs, 5 in the bottom of the 5th. That was the big moment for Miramar as they plied their lead. They run out victors 8 runs to 2. Naomi, the Beyond the Dugout broadcasting the player of the match.
Well, a little bit of a heads up here for Harmony Rapina Asila for putting the ball over the fence, hitting 2 from 3, but my player of the match definitely has to be Hannah Rodriguez-Jacobs, also putting the ball over the fence, hitting 2 from 3.
Well,
and a fine defensive play.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen, and the highlight package will start with the Rodriguez home run as well. Congratulations to them on a great victory today for Miramar. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up next here on Beyond the Dugout broadcasting on day 1 of competition, we'll see the ladies from Tortona Park and their debut game at the Women's Club Championship, taking on Otahuhu. Looking forward to that one. Give us about 15 minutes and we should be back up. Kia ora koutou katoa. Thank you, Naomi.